The puppet master BoBo is a supervillain who has the power to control people's movements. When he was a child, he was abused and tortured by his heartless parents. All he wanted was to get rid of his family, but his parents constrained him in a dungeon. All he had was a clown doll. It's the only thing that he could control. Several years later, his parents died in an accident, and he finally got out that dungeon. However, he's no longer an ordinary person. He stole a high-tech glove and started to revenge this society. This character is trying to illustrate that people are not always controlled by themselves. The world is very realistic and sometimes is really cruel. Life is not always easy, and too many people and situations will try to control you against your will. Your greedy boss never gives you a break. Your parents are always trying to give you the best, even that's not what you want. Or worse, a vicious cancer attacks you from nowhere. There are two different persons. One will lose their mind and become negative or crazy. Another one will be still there to fight back. They will try their best to find every solution to get rid of this mass. They will fight for their future. And I want to be one of them. I hope everyone can be one of them. That's the reason to build this prototype. The prototype uses flex sensor, servo motor and LED to represent this character. It has two major components. One is a glove with a flex sensor representing BoBo's magic hand, and another is a human model with a servo motor and a LED to represent people who is being controlled. The servo motor will drive the model's arm to move, and the red LED will represent victim's heartbeat. When you bend your hand, the flex sensor will detect the bending angle and give the signal to drive the servo motor and LED. The more you bend your hand, the faster servo motor moves and LED blinks. It represents that if the puppet master uses more power, the victim will suffer more. The core technology is Arduino with multiple sensors. The DC motor is also an option, but it rotates too fast, and human's arm cannot rotate 360 degrees. Thus, servo motor is the better choice, and the model is made of paperboard since paperboard is easy to cut and shape. The servo motor is very small as well, so it's difficult to drive hard materials like wood. The puppet master is evil and tragic. His doesn't have any friend but a clown doll. So, clown is perfect to represent him. And based on the concept of control, nothing else can demonstrate it clearly than our hands. The gesture of making fist also has a vivid meaning. This is the puppet master BoBo. Your life is in my hands.